welcome to part 2 of my 2023 decluttering purge so that we can move video. I'm still up in the attic. If you haven't watched part 1, you may want to watch that. It's really cold today, so I've had to bundle up more than when I recorded the video part 1 earlier today. So I just thought I just rewatched what I recorded for that first video while I was taking a break and charging my phone. I realized I didn't even talk about Dana's decluttering process. Obviously, she could explain it a lot better than me, but I was just going to share how I kind of worked through the battle in my mind to get rid of something by applying what I've learned from reading her book 3 times and now recently watching some of her YouTube videos. So let's see what I've been up to. So I emptied this entire, I don't know, probably like 5x3 section. I took all these moving boxes outside because they were so dusty, took them apart and broke them down so that I can either recycle them or use them as gardening material to start new gardening beds, which there is some stuff coming up with gardening beds, so I do need that cardboard. But I'm like, I better save a few of these big boxes, even though they're over 15 years old, because you know, we do want to move soon. So I'm gonna save maybe a few, even though I shouldn't, even though they're so gross. And I'm gonna insert a picture right here of what I found in some of the boxes I took down earlier. It was so gross. I think it's some kind of nest, like maybe a mud dauber or wasp, maybe from this past summer, but I don't know. I can't say. I haven't really been looking at this stuff for years and years. And then I'm like, I'm at this part right here, and this is kind of tripping me up a bit. So I've got these tubes, and I've been saving them, you know, 5, 10, maybe 12 years, thinking, okay, at some point I'm going to ship something I have to roll up and keep protected. But then I'm like, why are you doing that? You haven't used these in so many years. Why are you holding on to those? So I think I'm going to be able to talk myself out of getting rid of those. So I feel good about that. I'll take those out to the recycling. This is some of the toys that I kept from the last yard sale. I did get rid of a lot. I did donate quite a bit, and I gave away a lot too to like teachers to put in their treasure boxes for school. So I don't know. I'm still at the debate. Do I have a yard sale in May? Do I just purge right now, get rid of everything? It's a really big battle in my mind. I'm like asking the kids, I'm like, should we not? But there's some valuable stuff here. Like there's an American Girl doll. My daughter, I bought that for her one Christmas. She was so afraid of it. So it was in her room for like 2 days, and then I boxed it up. So this is where I'm at. I am going to pause now and get busy again. So I have a lot of binders. At one point, the 3 youngest kids were using probably 4 to 6 binders a piece. And I would recycle them year to year if they were still usable, because I don't like to throw away anything that has use. You know, I mean, yeah, they may not look the prettiest, but if they're still functional, they're still functional. So I've got a whole bin of binders, and then I've also got another stash of binders. So I think what I need to do is donate them. The ones that are a little raggedy, trash or keep for personal use, and then the ones that are nicer, I'm going to donate. It's just hard to do because I'm thinking of all the ways I could use this. I could organize my huge box of cut out recipes. But then I try to replay all the decluttering experts in my head, you know, like, what is that space costing you just to store this for a future project? Could you not just go and buy a $5 binder at that point when you need it? So there's like, one part of my brain says save it, one part of my brain says get rid of it, and here's why it makes a lot of logical sense. So I don't know, stuff like this stumps me. But an easy thing for me to do, and I'm committed to doing it right now. I'm going to pause the video and go outside and take these out. I'm going to take all the shoe boxes that I can find up in the attic as quickly as possible. Just going to go up here, look for shoe boxes, and I'm just going to break them down and put them in the recycling. Because I used to save these for organizing projects. I used to save them for school projects. You know, the kids used to have to make dioramas all the time, but now they don't. So I really don't need to save these. This will help immensely. I should add, this is step 1 of decluttering at the speed of life, is to remove any visible trash. So I would consider the shoe boxes visible trash. So I just wanted to add that. Maybe I can say the steps as I go today, although I probably won't get to like 3, 4, or 5 because those are probably harder. We'll see. So in my last video, I talked about how I've spent the last year or so getting rid of every clothing item I have saved over the years from my children. As you know, kids grow so quickly. They go through clothing so rapidly. I had a massive amount of kids' clothing up here in the attic, and now I don't. I used to do consignment sales, and now I don't. So I'm like, Heather, why are you holding on to all these hangers that you collected for consignment sales? So I'm going to take this box down with me as I take the shoe boxes, and I'm immediately going to take a picture and put it on the freeboard, my neighborhood freeboard, and see if someone will come take those off my hand, hopefully by tomorrow. Okay, so I just had a compromise with myself. I'm going to let myself keep 15 for possible future projects, because I can see me possibly needing those when we move. I will string recycled jar lids that I've spray painted. I like to make like deer noisemakers with recycled jar lids, or like old canning lids you don't use anymore. Like I'll spray paint them black, drill a hole, and then use fishing line to tie them to something. So I could see me making some more deer traps. Well, not traps, but you know, deer noisemakers with a few of these. So I'm going to let myself keep 15. And then this whole box, I've already taken the picture. It's going on the freeboard right now. So I brought the book upstairs with me after my last break, so I could keep going over the steps and looking at them. And I think what I am doing today up in the attic would be considered step 1, 2, and 3. So it's trash, and then I think it's what she calls clutter. And I think the third one was easy stuff. I may have 2 and 3 transposed, but I think I came to a patch of and easy stuff. So it's party stuff. I kind of had it organized slightly. I think this would be what she would call a It's like a giant Mylar R2D2, and I love him so much, and he was so cute when he was really big. And I don't know why I saved it. I think I saved it thinking someday someone else will want to have a Star Wars party and I will get him re-blown up. But we haven't done that, and it's probably been at least 8 years or so. So I'm going to let it go. Plus you can see there's some, well, it looked like some areas had been sticking together from being up in the attic. I'll let that go. This poor little guy, I don't know if you can tell, but he's pretty deflated. I have reused him so many different birthdays. I'll just stick him in a bouquet of flowers. I don't know. I could probably get a few more parties out of him, but he is still kind of cute. One of my daughters must have drawn this mustache on him. I think I can let that go, even though I feel like I'm being very wasteful. And some of these party hats are pretty smushed up. So I think I'll probably let those go too. This is hard, guys. Okay, I think I'm making some progress, maybe. This little pocket, I have went through everything. And I am making compromises. So with the party supplies, I kept what I could fit into one bag. And that is something that Dana talks about in her book, the container system. So I kept one bag, and I did keep the cute little smiley face because I got rid of a bunch of other stuff and all those hats. I'm going to keep all the Legos, but I've decided I'll compromise and get rid of the Connects because Legos always, for my 4 kids, seem to be more of just something they liked better. And actually, I'm leaving this accessible here at the top of the stairs. This is my grow light system that I put in my bay window. We'll talk about that in another video though, but this is my setup that I use. I've decided I usually don't decorate for Valentine's, so I'm going to get rid of all those Valentine thingies. And so that's where I'm at right now, and I'm going to keep with it. Now I can actually walk to the very back of the attic and start working on stuff back in that area. And lo and behold, what do I find? I guess it would be considered trash, and according to the book I've been reading and talking about in these videos, it's a bag of trash from, I guess, July when I was up here working. So it's just like broken items and bags, and yeah, the arm's broken on that band. So this can immediately go out, and that'll take a huge chunk out of the attic. I think it's time for me to take a break, but I want to give you a quick well, not picture, it's not a picture, it's a video. So I've got lots of boxes, like boxes inside of boxes to go break down and recycle. Several big trash bags full already. You can see I can walk now all the way to the very back. And I'm starting to organize all my storage containers. And then this side is more storage containers. I think mostly what I have in the attic are just empty boxes and boxes of boxes and bags of bags, because look at this. 3 boxes full of storage bags, and then I have my recent container that I made up of storage bags. So over the years, I will come up here with clear bags, trash bags, and think, oh, I'm going to organize everything with these bags. And then what I ended up with are just bags of storage bags, like trash bags, big giant storage bags, trash bags. It's pretty ridiculous. This tiny bit over here so far is my yard sale and or donate, because you know I did get rid of a lot the last 12 months or so. So that's it for now. Maybe another video when I'm completely done and working the last 2 steps of that decluttering at the speed of light.